Over here? All right. Hi everyone. Good evening. Welcome to this, our 4th annual Lucille Lortel High School Playwriting Fellowship Program. Let's give a big round of applause for our playwrights tonight. So I'm George Forbes. I'm the executive director of the Lucille Lortel Theatre. This is one of our favorite programs of the year because we get to work with these wonderful students and with this amazing lady, Camille Howard, our director this evening. And with that, I'm done. You won't see any more of me, and Camille will take over.
Yes, I'm also the artistic director of the program. It's my 3rd year in the position, and this is our, as George said, our 4th year, but it's only our 2nd year in person. Our first 2 years we had to do the remote version, which involved filming, which was kind of cool because the kids got to have movies of it, but we are recording these performances, so all of the playwrights will have it documented forever. So what is this program? So we pick playwrights from each borough, a high school student from each borough, and they get paired with mentors. And so they have 2 sessions with those mentors where they're given feedback on their plays. And I attend the 2nd session, and so they have to make at least go through 3 drafts of their plays. And then each play gets 2 hours of rehearsal with professional actors, and the playwrights are invited to attend that rehearsal. And then we had our tech rehearsal today for a couple of hours, and so that we were ready for all of you. And I would like to say a special thanks to all of these wonderful artists for giving their time and artistry to this work, and thank you to our talented playwrights. And without further ado, let's see these plays.
Check my legs, baby, how you feeling? Heads up, check my legs, baby, how you feeling?
Pick Froze, Not Fights by Jazzy Whittaker. A 10-minute play from a sample of a full-length play, The Garden Recipe. Character list. Luz, our main character. Tiny Afro-Honduran woman with huge emphasis on the afro. 26 years old and a kind of black joy stemming from pain. She meets every encounter with a light of her own making. Little Black Boy, a little bundle of black joy. Approximately 8 years old, his individual name remains anonymous, as he is a reflection of a shared childhood. Sandy, a white lady whose threads intertwine in the making of Luz's fabric, though Sandy seems convinced that she's the seamstress herself. The play takes place during 1975 in Jamaica, Queens, right on 119th Road. It's a sunny and soulful Saturday with roads full of children playing as their moms prepare suppers and Sunday best. Buildings shaped like houses, home to happy black families, align the left and visible side of the street. All the way down, behind the last building, are the sunlit silhouettes of Roy Wilkins Park, a brick and gated park where mamas would prefer their children play versus the streets, if it didn't reek of revolutionary teens and reefer. The sun is only bright because the bitter cold reminds us it's a week in February. We are also reminded of the warmer winter because of all of the shiny-faced black children in coats coated in Vaseline. Luz is walking down this vibrant street, brightly lit by sunshine only found in the hood. Radiant with community, the air smells of cookout, sounds of "what you know about this" music, and filled with bundles of little black joy. Rolling dice, throwing balls, and chasing each other to scrape knees. A football hits Luz on the ankle, and she looks up to see a little black boy staring at her, terrified.
Well, I know your mama taught you better than to stare at strange grown people.
Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Lady, but you're really pretty. And normally when strange, pretty women come down here, they smile too, but your smile is different. Their smiles are just mean.
Luz picks up the ball and smiles, the not mean way.
Well, I can assure you I've never been and have no intention of becoming one of those pretty women.
Luz hands the boy his football, but notices he takes it shyly, ready to leave the encounter.
You don't believe me?
Well, I don't mean to be any type of way about it, but you didn't play with it.
Huh?
The ball, you know, like if people are really trying to be friendly, they kick her around or do some trick with it or, you know, before giving it back.
You know, that is an incredibly valid point. So I'll tell you what, your ball rolled here from that second to last building, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm headed down to that very building. I'm pretty slow, so why don't you go back there and play some more? By the time I get down there to meet you, I'll be warmed up enough to give you some tricks. Or something.
I mean, sure. I guess I can hold on to the ball until you meet me, you know, to warm up. But don't take too long. My mom's only got a couple of minutes till dinner.
He throws the ball in the air, bouncing it off his foot into Luz's ready hands, and then runs to the second to last building. A white lady exits a nearer building and buttons up her coat.
Right on.
Luz continues walking, passing the football from her left-heeled foot to her right-heeled foot with nostalgic ease. Once the boy is far enough to her to actually catch up, she decides to attempt an old trick successfully, but screws up the landing. The ball speeds into the white lady's foot.
Still got it.
As the football crashes into the heels of the white lady, who Luz just now realized is staring at her intensely.
Finally! Hi!
I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Sandy? Wow, you look so...
I know. And wow, you haven't aged a bit either. Except your, hair. Is it yours?
Well, I mean, it's coming from my head, so I sure hope so.
Oh my God! It's crazy. I remember when you used to have it down and normal, like when we were kids. How'd you get it to do that?
Well, this is actually the normal state, unrelaxed, natural.
Well, wow. It's wild.
Sandy pets Luz's hair like a new dog.
Oh my God, it's so soft. Wow.
Yep, it'll do that.
Oh.
Sandy lets go, then wipes her hands on her jacket.
So, what brings you here to the depths of Queens?
Oh, business, actually.
Oh? What kind of business?
Well, my husband's business, actually. He's the owner of a few of these buildings, right down to the second to last one. God bless inheritance, am I right? And he's at the barber right now, so I came to collect rent on his behalf.
Luz finally picks up the ball from between their feet.
Well, it's truly a small world.
Yes, indeed. So, are you married?
Well, actually, congratulations to you on you getting married, by the way. But I'm engaged. Yeah.
Sandy picks up Luz's hands to examine them, notices their nakedness, then puts them down slowly.
Oh, congratulations. You know, in the end, it's the vows that make the marriage. The rings are truly just extra.
Yep, absolutely.
So, what does he do?
Teaches, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, at Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn.
Oh, I don't believe I've ever heard of it.
It's relatively new. It hasn't even been a decade since its establishment, so...
Well, it's a living. It doesn't matter how it gets there, as long as there is food on the table. That is what I always say.
Hard to believe that's an affirmation you'd ever need.
Yes. Growing up the way I did, it never made anything a concern, but it did open up my worldview, you know. Seeing people like your mother tending to our housework and your father driving us to and from home. It just reminds me that I need to do my part, which I like to think I do with these lovely tenants.
Yes, that I can say you definitely lived up to. My mom and I will forever be grateful for your family's generosity. As tired as my mom was at home, tending to your housework was never a chore for her.
Yes, so, tell me, how did it work out for you?
Pardon?
When my parents agreed to pay to send you to my school, I mean. I know it was only for that elective after-school program that they opened for your full-time school at the time, but how'd that work out for you?
Well, pretty well, I'd say. That's where I met Eden, my fiance, and it worked wonders on my record. I was able to go to college of my dreams, and now I'm head curator at the Studio Museum in Harlem. Another relatively new establishment, but you know, those classes really paved the way for me to be a part of a future greater than my own.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I mean, wow, you know? I went to that school full time, you know, and now the most I've done with my life was add macaroni noodles to my casserole. Who knew?
Casserole. Yeah, that was funny, but what do you mean?
Just compared to you know, the whole world had my back, you know? Who knew all I actually needed was my mother's boss to take some pity?
Oh.
Oh, well, good for you. Very good. I am absolutely baffled. I mean, look at you, so eloquent and articulate. Good for you.
Well, thank you, Sandy. It was a pleasure running into you, but I have personal matters of my own that I'm currently late to attend to, so...
No, just a minute more. I insist.
Well,
I would invite you and your fiancé over, but I don't want it to be too out of the way.
Little black boy runs back up to Luz from...
Oh.
Hey, young lady. Mama gave me 10 extra minutes, but I don't want my plate getting cold.
yes, plate getting cold, isn't it? On that note...
Oh, and who might this be?
Oh, him? He's a football friend.
Oh, you mean soccer. Like you used to play while your mom did the yard.
You know this lady?
Yes.
I do too. She's very...
Pretty.
super pretty.
Oh my, you and your football friend are quite the charmers.
Little black boy smiles at her cheesily, then tugs Luz's bell bottoms impatiently, still holding the queso.
Ah, yes, your plate must have icicles by now. Well, bye, Sandy Wills. Be well.
Yes, you too. You hear? Bye-bye, Lucy.
Sandy walks off, shaking her head in white perplexity. When she is far enough away, Luz shakes violently to rid herself of every code-switching, self-betraying survival instinct that she just had to turn to max volume just to manage that encounter. She then takes out her pick and fixes the dent that Sandy made earlier, then turns to walk. She walks a little, then stops, looks up at the clear, bright sky, and then to the little black boy and laughs. Confused, amused, and all the above, he laughs too. Why does Luz laugh? Why does she laugh? Because she has to. She's a black woman doing black woman things. So she laughs. And she walks, hand in hand with the little black boy. As she walks to the second to last building, she stops the little black boy to attempt successfully and land the trick she hadn't landed earlier. Encouraged to show off his own little tricks or some, he steals the ball. She steals the ball back from him, and to little black boy's surprise, puts his tricks or some to shame. They exchange in a football competition of tricks until he looks up, hearing his mama calling him to dinner. The little black boy runs up to the stoop to his mama's dinner. Luz looks after him, still holding his ball. She twirls the ball and heads up to the stoop herself, immersed in her own little black joy. End of play. Stalling by Imogen Russell. Cast: Joanne, 17, usually shy and an unpopular girl in high school by most standards. Serene, 17, one of the most popular girls in school who has a past no one knows about. Josh, 17, Serene's boyfriend of 1 year. Setting: a high school in Queens, New York. This is a very diverse school, and the cast should reflect that. It's also a school that is surprisingly conservative for its location. One of the reasons for this is their known policy about teachers reporting students' gender or sexuality to their parents, outing them to the school as well as to their family members. Two of the main locations in the school that are used are the hallway and bathroom. Main school hallway. Joan stands center stage.
Hi, well, Okay, this is awkward. Since you asked how I'm doing, the answer is sort of complicated. I want you all to pretend all of you are my therapist. I know, that's a difficult task. How are you gonna do it without a degree? Good question. I have no fucking clue. But I want you to listen to me as a friend, not as a certified professional. So here it goes. Have you ever had the experience of having that one friend, you know the one, who isn't like usually your type and accidentally out of nowhere, totally not motivated by any kind of attraction or whatsoever, you start talking one day and getting extremely emotionally intimate and attached to those conversations, and you like ignore it at first because this is a popular girl, not just anyone else, not someone who would fall in love with you, but then you get lost in these conversations and start dreaming and thinking and stop for the first time thinking about what was beyond you, but one day the popular person, your person, maybe, who's told you everything, starts making up her own reality without you in it. Joan! Hey, where were you? Just looking for her. It's really hard being a romantic in these difficult conditions.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd be in class.
I thought we were gonna hang out. I'm sorry, but the fuck?
Serene pulls in Joan for a hug.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Josh, guy, 17, seemingly nice and approachable, enters. Joan's eyes dart from Josh to Serene to Josh.
Hey, Joan.
Hey. Uh-oh. Oh, hell no.
So how are you guys doing? Oh my God, did you guys hear about the girl?
What girl?
The girl. You didn't hear?
No, what are you talking about?
No. So, okay, I'm always an ally first and foremost, okay? So I stand with this girl, okay? It's so important, so let's respect her privacy.
Wait for it.
I don't know her name, but I got found out she got outed by the school. Yeah, no, and her parents, she wouldn't accept her, so she was forced to attend conversion therapy. And she went for like 2 weeks, I think.
That's terrible.
Right?
I wish I could talk to her and tell her everything's gonna be okay.
Serene tries to reach her hand out, a plea for forgiveness, but Joan shakes her head again.
She has to be serious. Anyways, let's start here. It's the only way to properly begin the story. That's better. And here we go.
Earlier, the bathroom is surprisingly empty. Joan adjusts her makeup. She doesn't say anything. Yet. 2 voices are heard from the hallway. An argument is overheard by Joan.
But I thought you were happy.
I don't want to break up.
I didn't even say that. Why are you jumping to that? I just want to know if you were happy. I mean, I need space too sometimes.
I know. I know.
So, what happens now?
I don't know. I feel like I am fucking going through the 7 stages of grief, and God, I don't feel happy. I don't, and it's not about us. It's just, I've got a lot going on in my life right now. I can't explain it. You wouldn't understand.
No, but I would. Okay, you can tell me anything. Remember that. I'm here for you. But it's so important for us to really flesh out our issues.
I know. Just not this.
Okay, I mean, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh walks down the hallway. Serene opens the bathroom door. Serene moves next to Joan, standing next to the sink. She tries to clean up her makeup. Joan looks up.
You okay?
As good as I can be.
I get that.
Well, I should probably go.
Right.
I'll see you around.
I want to see her around. Oh no, am I blushing? That's so embarrassing. Okay, yeah.
Serene leaves the bathroom.
It's the same period the next day. I wanted to show up, even though I didn't have to. Hey, stranger. Wait, sorry. That sounds so... I don't know why I said that.
Starting to regret saying I.
Her with her damn prophecies. She's so smart. It's too late now. Want to talk in the stall?
Joan and Serene walk side by side into the biggest stall they can find. Joan sits on the ground. Serene sits lazily on the closed toilet seat.
So, Tell me about yourself.
I haven't skipped this much school in my life. But what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be like getting your 99s on tests and talking to HBO and stuff?
The best students hang out in the bathroom.
Oh.
Shift. We meet them at the end of a thought.
No, that relationship, or whatever you want to call it, it's nothing. God, I'm surprised someone that prides herself on being so socially aware and all that shit can't tell that I don't like him. But I mean, I don't like the bigger him. It's easy to take the safe route sometimes, though. I mean, even for yourself, I'm tired of denying it.
Do your parents know? Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I can or should say it. I feel like if I start, I will never stop. And I feel confused and in denial about myself all the fucking time. And if my parents found out... Sorry. I'm not like that. That person you most likely heard in the hallway, that wasn't me. I spent a few weeks told not to like girls and passed. And now I feel like a fucking idiot. And I don't know if that makes any sense.
Wow. I am so sorry that happened. So this
Pointing to the bathroom stall.
is a quiet rebellion?
This is a loud one, actually.
Screaming might be better. How long have you known?
3 years. How long have you...
A while.
Oh, you said that fast.
I know.
You didn't even let me finish.
I know. We spent the next few days asking each other obscure questions like...
What would be the first thing you would do if you were on Mars?
Eat space ice cream.
Oh.
Or what's the most underrated Taylor Swift song?
Daylight.
Or, if you could talk to one person, living or dead, who would it be?
Ooh, Wong Kar-wai.
But then that one question that was hanging in the air. Do you think he's gonna try to resolve that thing that happened a couple of days ago?
Yeah. My parents still think we're dating.
Right. Then we started to get closer.
Serene puts her hand over Joan's leg. They move closer together. They look at each other.
Closer than I'd been with anyone. But then...
Joan goes to open the bathroom door.
Serene?
Joan runs out. She walks up the stairs. The set transforms each time. The steps pull underneath her as she lands on them. Serene finally sees her, and the stairs turn invisible onto the stage. Shift. A return to the first moment of the play.
Joan! Hey! Where were you? Being a romantic is still difficult in these conditions.
What are you doing here? I thought you would be in class.
I thought we were gonna hang out. I'm sorry, but the fuck? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Footsteps can be heard from the hallway. Josh enters.
Oh, hey, Joan.
Hey. Oh, hell no, I tried to forget about this part.
So, what are you guys doing? Oh my God, did you guys hear about that
Not
girl?
this time, I can't hear any more of this.
Set transforms from hallway to bathroom. Joan goes into a stall.
How could I let this happen? What am I even doing?
Other side of the stage. Serene is looking off to the distance, not paying attention to Josh.
Isn't that story just insane? I mean, I didn't even know things like that could even happen.
Could you just stop?
What's wrong?
Never mind. I don't know.
No, stop this. I mean, what? Are you like hiding something from me? You know you can trust me.
And now the only person she trusts is me.
Is this about the girl that got out or what? Did you know her?
She's gonna keep lying, and at some point she's gonna realize...
Serene, just look at me.
You know, I have spent a lot of my time in high school using you as my protective force. I have been using you in order to maintain social order here. But I am done denying everything. I'm exhausted.
I spent so much time finding a way to not say what I wanted to say. It's easier to go the safe route until it catches up with you, and I just want to be free from that for once.
Me too.
Joan and Serene look across at each other. End of play. El niño que fue y no llegó. The boy that went and never arrived. Written by Brittany Cuatlacuat. Characters. Narrator. Chito, an intelligent 10-year-old boy. Miguel, father of Chito. Mariana, mother of Chito. Person interviewed on TV. Act 1. This takes place in Chito's family house, a small house that consists of a bedroom where Chito sleeps and a big room that serves as both the kitchen and living room. Chito is sleeping on his bed. Mariana is doing chores in the kitchen. Narrator stands downstage. Miguel is helping Mariana in the kitchen.
El niño que fue y no llegó. The boy that went and never arrived. Trigger warning. Immigration is a painful topic, especially in recent times. This short story has the goal of exposing the fears and risks of any immigrant. The goal is facilitated from the perspective of an innocent infant. The short story, along with its main characters, Chito, a kid whose family is humbly happy. They did not care about riches as long as they had Chito studying and well-fed. However, this story develops quickly, just to arrive at a dreamy conclusion.
Chito flinches and groans as he's having a nightmare.
Mom? Mom?
What happened, Chito?
Oh, I dreamt something terrible, Mom. I'm scared.
Oh, it was just a dream, mijo. Nothing else. Go back to sleep. Everything will be okay.
But Mom, can you stay?
Yes, mijo, but sleep a little longer while I finish making breakfast. We can't have you miss the cheese, boss.
Mariana tucks Chito into bed again and returns to the kitchen.
The kid falls profoundly asleep. Mariana takes half an hour to let Chito rest and makes breakfast. A rooster sings. Miguel's voice overthrows the wake-up call.
It's time, Chito! Are you ready, campeón?
Yes, Dad.
Chito gets out of bed, changes, and walks towards his dad, who helps him put on his backpack.
The bus arrives.
Chito makes his way out of the house.
Wait, mijo, don't forget your sandwich de huevo. Eat it on the bus, okay?
Chito walks off stage.
When he arrives at his seat, he looks through the window just to see his dad put on his straw hat without forgetting to kiss his wife goodbye. After Dad walks out the door, Mom dresses in an apron, ready to labor in the house. Later that day, during his break, Miguel called his wife.
I am too tired.
Mariana is cooking the family's dinner and on the other side of the phone.
Work somewhere else. They matas under the sun, and we can still only afford for bones in our stew.
It wasn't that he didn't like the idea. However, he had been working years for the same man that the suffering became a custom. Apart from that, a job elsewhere was not secured, especially in such a rural pueblo like theirs.
They hang up the phone.
From the window, Mariana made sure little Chito was safe crossing the street. She sees Chito smiling, almost running home, but slowed down by his heavy backpack.
Bus brake sounds with a loud and scorching squeak of an advanced engine. Mariana takes the heavy backpack off his back.
Ugh. How did it go, Chito?
Good, Mommy. Is Dad back from work?
Oh, he'll be here by the time you change out of your uniform, so put your stuff down and come eat.
Dad walks in, extremely low on energy.
Chito's back from classes.
Miguel is happy. His eyes say it, but he does not show it. Behind those weary eyes, there's also a reflection of exhaustion. Chito, his son, noted this, but only thought of the burning sun in the grand effort of his dad.
Chito runs to Miguel with a paper in his hand.
Dad, guess what?
What happened, Chito? Another A?
Oh, not just that, Dad. They also awarded me with the certificate for being on time, and this time, the principal presented me to the school during the Pledge of Allegiance, and she told me that I will achieve great things and go places when I have money.
But Chito, you already have money. You have food and clothes. Why would she say that?
Oh, I don't know, Daddy. That's what I thought. But also, having more to eventually feed a dog someday would be awesome.
Yes, Chito, but that's not about money. That's about time. We've told you before.
Oh, then when I finish primary school, will you buy me a pet?
Someday, Chito. Someday. Let's go eat, all right?
Chito's pueblo was undersourced and education was very expensive. Dad wanted the best for his only son, but he knew that the money it took for Chito to take up a career was 3 times higher than what they needed to survive. They had family in the States that often made phone calls explaining why Chito's family should migrate to the U.S. Dad tried brushing it off. However, one day, under the sun, the dad was hit with the news that surpassed his worries. Sadly, the company is not giving enough to continue paying what we usually pay you, Miguel. Because of this, we will have to let you go. Maybe when the situation's better, we will rehire you. But now, the costs are just too high. Dad's skin became cold. All the invested time and knowledge of the land were simply thrown away.
Miguel slowly walks into the house, feeling powerless. Mariana comforts him. Chito enters.
Why the house is quiet?
There is no more money and a new job would not arrive. What do you think about looking for a job on the other side?
Well, we have so much here. It would be difficult for Chito to settle down because his friends and his potential belongs here. But I support you, and I know Chito will too.
It will be hard, but I see no other way.
They all hug.
In the following days, as Chito arrived home, he would see something he had not seen in his short 10 years of life. Dad was home before him. It took 2 days, and Dad seeing the empty fridge to make the move and ultimately tell Chito.
Pack your things. We're leaving.
Chito would take a plastic bag, 2 pairs of jeans, 2 shirts, the same shoes as always, and the toy he had received for his 5th birthday. As the sun came down, so did Chito's energy. They saw lights on the other side, a small city with a different cost of living. Mom shivered from the cold, created by the fear as they stepped onto a new land with the smell of danger. Mom coos to the boy, and he is fastly asleep.
Stage goes dark with a light fading in as Chito's eyes open again, and this time he's under a tree. He calls for his parents, but he sees them on the floor lying.
Mom? Dad?
Lightning sounds. Chito sees there is no response. He decides to move them and wake them up. He shortly realizes that they do not respond. Quickly, he becomes frustrated and while struggling, manages to move their bodies. Mom faces up and the floor is tinted red with a hole in her forehead that distorts her face. He feels the wet floor as he looks under his dad. He sees a puddle of something that darkens the dry sand of the desert. As he realizes their deaths, he is filled with chills and a trembling that knocks him down. Maybe Chito's hands can be tainted red to represent blood. Parents are dead on the floor holding hands.
Dad?
A soldier walks slowly toward Chito and makes him fall back on his bed. He grabs his shirt and pretends to shoot or swing at the kid.
Before he gasps, he hears steps coming from behind him. As Chito turns to look, he is blinded by a white light that impedes him from seeing the holder of the flashlight. He takes Chito by the arm and knocks him down.
Chito is back on the bed from the beginning.
Mom? Mom?
What happened, Chito?
I dreamt something terrible, Mom. I'm scared.
It was just a dream, mijo. Nothing else. Go back to sleep. Everything will be okay.
But, Mom, can you stay?
Yes, mijo. But sleep a little longer while I finish making breakfast. Can't have you miss the cheese bus.
5 minutes later, the kid falls profoundly asleep. As the mother cooks breakfast, she can't help but listen to the news interview of someone who migrated from the U.S.
A single chair in the center of the stage.
I wanted to do something my family never considered to not only change the way of life for future generations, but also attempt to be the one to make the biggest impact on our lives. I underestimated the process of doing what I wanted, and instead found myself not knowing what to do. I miss my family, the food, traditions. I expected it to be better here. Thought that New York would be prettier and that there would be less crime. Hoped for a peaceful life. I've realized how much people are willing to do for money. Often making risks and mistakes that haunt your life. Was it worth it? I guess. On the other hand, for my kids, the fact that they were born here means that there is so much more that they can accomplish that I couldn't.
End of play. A few choice words, written by Victoria Gordons. Characters: Hannah, Jess, and Chuck. Scene 1, a coffee shop.
This coffee is amazing.
The coffee cup rubs against Hannah's lips, revealing a horrible bruise.
What happened to your face? Oh my God. What do you mean? Oh my God, it shows? Is that from Chuck? You need to break up with him already. This is crazy, Hannah. We just had a small argument. It's not a big deal.
She searches in her bag and pulls out a concealer to cover up her bruise.
I swear, it was my fault too. Hannah, you lied to me when you told me it was going well. How could this be your fault? This is insane. I swear I'm about to call your mom. God, I'm so sick of this. Are you texting him?
The waitress walks by and gives the girls a concerned look.
Hannah, what is he saying? Hannah! He thinks I'm out with a boy. Okay, I told him that I was with you, Jess, but he thinks it's a boy's name, and he doesn't believe me. He has literally met you before. Ugh! He's super annoying. I can't. This is too much. What am I doing to myself? Hannah, it will be okay. You don't need him, but wait, where did this fight even come from? What is the root cause? He wasn't always like this. We used to be so
in love. I mean, he's my high school sweetheart. We even won prom king and queen together.
Screw him. He sure doesn't act like a king. Just tell me what happened. Talk to me, Han.
He got upset that I didn't want to delete my social media. He even asked me to block my cousin Max, so I laughed. And then he hit me in the face so hard that I fell on the floor. Now I'm stuck with this stupid bruise.
She picks up her phone and looks at her covered up bruise.
He said sorry so many times. I truly believed he didn't mean it. He said it was a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Hannah, I remember when you had to wear long sleeves in 90-degree weather because he put bruises all on your arms.
A Beyonce song plays in the background.
Jess, I still love him. He just has his bad moments. I can't deal with it anymore. I barely eat. I barely even live my life. It's like I'm a prisoner.
Her phone dings.
OMG, he's on his way here.
Okay, well, when he gets here, just end it, Han. I think you should do it in private. We both know how he is.
Yeah, you're right. When he gets here, me and him are gonna go across the street to the park to talk. It seems empty.
Okay, but I'm gonna stay here just to make sure he doesn't try anything.
Chuck walks into the coffee shop and over to Hannah and Jess.
Oh, Jess. Yeah, I remember you. How are you?
Chuck? Let's go across the street to the park. We need to talk.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
See you later, Hannah.
Hannah and Chuck walk out. Scene 2, a park. Hannah and Chuck have a seat on the bench.
Well, what was her problem? You open your mouth again?
She's not the problem here, Chuck. You are. This is exactly why we have to have this conversation.
Look, Hannah, if this is about earlier, I'm sorry.
No, Chuck, we're over. I will not let you ruin my life anymore.
Okay, Hannah, no, please. Okay, I will change. Please, Hannah, can you just, Hannah, I need you. Okay, all right, I'll start therapy. Anything, just please, Hannah, don't do this to us. Our future? I mean, you are my everything. I won't lay a hand on you, okay, ever again. Hannah, please.
Chuck, you're horrible to me, and I'm not happy. Look at my lip, Chuck.
Oh, please, I treat you so good. I mean, no man will ever treat you or love you the way that I do, okay? You belong to me. Hannah, I'm the man here, okay? I have all the control.
Don't act like you aren't a terrible person to me, Chuck. We need to break up. You hit me, Chuck. This is toxic, and I don't need this. Maybe you should go to therapy, get better for your own sake, and just let me be. It's over.
I will never love anyone but you. You hear me? We will be back together. I'll get you back, Hannah.
Hannah gets up and walks a few steps away. She takes off the necklace he gifted her for their 4-year anniversary and throws it on the ground in front of him.
Goodbye, Chuck.
Hannah, you will be back, okay? You're not running away from me!
Jess comes from around a tree and grabs Hannah's hand. As they walk away, Chuck gets smaller and smaller.
Oh, that was pretty amazing. I knew you could do it, Han. Let's start your new journey together.
End of play. Dead by Ariana Collado. Characters: Alejandro, 17, male, Latino, perfectionist, anxious, known as a goody two-shoes. Mercedes, 15, female, Latina, sister of Alejandro, known as a disappointment, sinking into depression, scapegoat in the family. Mama, 77. Female, Latina. Actual name is Liliana. Hooked up to a ventilator, plus an IV, plus feeding tubes, plus heart monitor. On the verge of death. Doesn't speak. Has been in a coma since she was 72 due to a heart attack. Grandmother of Alejandro and Mercedes. Setting, present year. The whole play is set in Mama's room. It's a cozy little bedroom with wooden floors, a little wooden closet, and a huge wooden makeup vanity that has just been collecting dust ever since she entered her coma. On the vanity's desk, there is a mirror tray with old makeup and perfumes, a neck mannequin holding all her lavish necklaces, often big and chunky, and a finger mannequin holding a couple of rings, very vintage looking. On the vanity's mirror, there are pictures of Mama from when she was younger. There is an oriental rug under her at-home hospital bed, and only one window in the room, which is covered by thick, lavish curtains. In the room, a family portrait with a gold frame is hung. Scene 1. We open with Mercedes looking through the drawers of Mama's vanity. She is dressed to party and is obviously looking forward to a night out. Mama is located upstage from Mercedes and will remain in a fixed position for the entirety of the play as she is stuck in her bed. Mercedes eventually slams a desk drawer too hard. Alejandro enters sleepily as it's late at night. He's in pajamas and holding a glass of water.
It's almost 1 a.m, Mercedes. Why are you digging through drawers like a rat?
Why are you even up?
Can you not see the fucking water in my hand, dumbass? I was obviously in the kitchen because I woke up thirsty.
Oh, it turns out I don't care.
Yeah, whatever. Now, why are you up?
Oh, I also had a midnight craving for some,
Mercedes picks up a pearl necklace off of the vanity.
pearls.
Mercedes puts the necklace back carefully and continues to look through the drawers.
Mercedes,
Yes?
stop playing games.
Fine, if you're fucking interested in my life, then you'll be happy to know that I was just looking for some makeup.
Why? You have your own. You don't have to invade her privacy.
Mama has all that old good-timey shit. You know that stuff that'll probably give you arsenic poisoning? Plus, she doesn't even understand anything that's happening right now, so really, it's a victimless crime.
Gosh, show some respect, Mercedes.
Oh God, you're so dramatic. She'll be fine with missing a couple lipsticks. You need to get the stick out of your ass. Jesus.
Whatever, bitch. Why are you dressed like a slut, bro?
Mercedes stands up to face Alejandro.
Do you ever think before you speak, you fucking cockaloro?
Okay, if you're trying to expand your everyday vocabulary, it's not working.
I've been looking up new insults. I feel like my regular ones are getting stale.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Just answer my question because right now, you look like a cheap hooker who keeps all her money in her cheetah print bra.
Jesus, you misogynistic asshole! You need to learn how to live a little. This is normal party attire for many kids our age. And, okay, I don't know if you know this, but a party is known as a gathering where people...
I know what a party is, thanks!
Just making sure, tight ass.
Mercedes picks up a little lipstick, it's a beautiful shade of red, and puts it down. She grabs an eyeliner and makes a wing.
You look terrible. I don't know why you smear all that shit on your face.
Alejandro, it's obviously so that when I have sex with some big hunky dude, he can wipe it all off.
Oh, ha ha ha. You're a real comedian. That was a real knee slapper for sure.
I know, right?
Mercedes glances over at one of Mama's pictures, then continues her eyeliner.
I would kill to be just half as pretty as she was. Oh my God.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just being honest. Look at her. She's gorgeous. I don't even compare to her. I mean, literally, like 2 minutes ago, you said I look like a tramp.
Well, what was I supposed to do, lie?
No, but like, for real, Alejandro, everyone thinks I'm trouble, especially you. You don't even want to be around me. But everyone wanted to be around her. Remember all the stories she told us about when she was a kid? All the boys falling at her feet and confessing their undying love to her, desperately hoping she would feel the same way back? People around her treated her like she was a princess, like she was fucking Snow White and all the birds chirped when she spoke. Compared to her, I'm like an ugly wench. How is it fair that she had everyone in the palm of her hand and I have no one? I'm pretty sure half of my friends don't even like me. They should probably just keep me around because I'm funny. Mom and Dad can barely stand to look at me when we're in the same room, like I'm some infectious disease instead of their fucking daughter. She had so much to live for, and I don't. She shouldn't be in that coma, Alejandro. I should.
But if you really didn't have anyone, I wouldn't be here right now. Look, even if you have absolutely no one, you have me. Live for me at the very least. Look, I'm sure you have so many people rooting for you, and you don't even realize it. I'm really worried about you, Mercedes.
Maybe you should be worried. I might even be more worried than you are.
Yeah, you're not really making me feel any better about this, whatever this is.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be the one that's being comforted. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I have never met anyone else who could make someone else's depression about themselves.
You know, I didn't mean it like that. Come on.
No, you're right. I'm being dramatic.
Okay, no, you're not dramatic. Okay, well, maybe in general, but like, you're not being dramatic in this moment, is what I mean.
You are absolutely terrible at making people feel less shitty.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that.
Look, sorry, I didn't mean to get all woe was me.
Oh, you're good.
Think she has any lip liner around here? You know what that is, right? I need to add some definition to my lips.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I'm gonna look around.
She begins to search through the drawers and the vanity and finds nothing.
I'm gonna look in her closet.
Why would lip liner be in her closet?
I don't know, maybe she is... she was a little eccentric.
Well, don't go invading her privacy, bro.
Literally relax, oh my god, it's not that serious.
No, seriously, don't.
Are you okay, dude? Like, do you need another glass of water or something?
No, I'm fine, but like what if you find something weird?
Like?
Like her granny panties or something, I don't know.
Oh my god, that's what you're worried about? Dude, seriously, you need to grow up.
Okay? Yeah, fine, but just remember, I warned you.
Alejandro begins to pace.
Relax, I'll be fine. I promise panties are not that scary.
Mercedes hurriedly looks through Mama's closet and balls something up in her hands so that Alejandro can't see. She turns around and throws a pair of panties at him.
Whoa! It's not funny.
It's actually pretty fucking hilarious.
Okay, it's actually really not.
You're such a baby man.
Mercedes goes back to digging in the closet and spots a little red box on the floor. She picks it up.
I wonder what Mama's keeping in here.
Yeah, it's probably nothing. You know, you shouldn't open it.
It's not like she can report me for theft or anything.
Not funny.
Wasn't trying to be.
Just don't open the fucking box. Jesus.
What the fuck is your problem? Oh my god.
Okay, I don't have a problem. I just don't want you touching her stuff knowing she wouldn't have wanted you to.
Why wouldn't she? I'm her granddaughter. If anything, I should be the only one allowed to open this box. Well, besides Mom, because, that's her daughter.
She wouldn't have wanted you to because you mess everything up for everyone. Yeah, why can't you understand that since the day you were born, all you have done is cause stress to this family, and I don't want you to invade what little privacy she has left. I didn't mean that.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry, Mercedes. No, please, I'm sorry.
No, if that's how you feel, then I guess that's that.
It's not how I feel.
Then why the fuck would you say that?
I just don't want you to open that box.
Oh, fuck you, asshole. I'm gonna do whatever I fucking want to do with this fucking box.
She opens the box and sees a little baggie filled with cocaine.
Oh, I know this isn't Mama's.
I can explain.
I think it's pretty fucking obvious that you like sniffing cocaine in your spare time, Alejandro. But what I don't get is why in the world you would think that our grandmother's room is the best place to hide it.
Well, nobody except you likes to explore in here. Nobody would have ever found out about it if you would have just kept your nosy ass out of the room.
Oh my god, you're fucking ridiculous. Literally, are you kidding me?
Look, I'm only saying the truth.
Please.
What?
I already knew you weren't perfect, but fucking hard drugs, dude? Like actual fucking cocaine? Are you serious?
Look, it's really not that big of a deal. You're exaggerating.
I'm exaggerating? Oh, just wait until Mom and Dad hear about this. You're fucked. If you think I'm making a big deal about this, I can't wait to hear their opinion.
You can't tell our parents.
Oh, I'm going to. I don't care.
No, don't do this to me, Mercedes, please.
Okay, right. So I shouldn't tell them, even though you always find it appropriate to rat me out whenever you please. Let's not forget that you told them about the time I stole Mom's wallet to pay for that skiing trip. Okay. You know what? I hope that they beat your ass so much that it turns red. And when you wake up in the morning, it blisters. And then I'm gonna fucking pop those blisters and rub your fucking cocaine in there.
Fuck you fucking cocksucking piece of shit! Hop off me and think about what you're about to do. You don't have to snitch on me just so that you can feel better about yourself.
Things that would be between us are normal things, like you sneaking a girl in or going out to a party, not you being a potential drug addict.
I am not an addict.
Then what are you, a dealer?
No, I'm not either. Jesus.
Well, Jesus obviously was not here with you when you decided to hide cocaine in Mama's room.
Okay. Now you're just being a smartass.
I'd rather be a smartass than a druggie.
Well, I'd rather be a druggie than an annoying bitch.
Wow. I can't ever believe I thought you were good at making decisions.
Whatever.
No, not whatever. You've talked down to me my whole life, and now I finally have some dirt on you, and you want me to be on your side?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're a fucking dick.
Oh my God, call me whatever you want. Just please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Oh, I'm gonna tell them about this. And furthermore, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Mercedes turns to walk out the room. Alejandro grabs her by the arm and pushes her hard enough so that she bumps into the wall. A lamp falls.
Can you just listen to me, okay? This isn't about your little revenge plot or whatever this is. It's about the fact that they could send me off to fucking rehab if you decide to tell them about this, and your fucking selfish ass is too dumb to realize that.
Do you know what? I really hope they send your ass away. That way I would finally be the kid they actually cared about. I am tired of you acting like you're morally superior, and I'm especially tired of you getting special treatment from our parents as if you were some god reincarnated. And you know what? Nobody gets to fucking push me without getting pushed back.
Mercedes shoves Alejandro. Alejandro stumbles onto Mama's bed. Alejandro kisses Mama on her forehead and moves himself and Mercedes away from her bed.
You fucking idiot! Now look, we are disturbing a woman that is like this close to her deathbed. I hope you're proud of yourself.
You started it!
What are you, 5? Grow the fuck up! It doesn't matter who started it!
Lower your voice, you're gonna wake up our parents!
A spotlight is placed on Mama, who starts to cough. Her heart monitor starts to flatline, and Alejandro and Mercedes rush over to her bed.
No, what do we do? What do we do? No, what do we do? Is she gonna be okay? She's gonna be okay, right?
I think she's gone, Mercedes.
No, it's too soon. Is it because of us? Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling. I'm sorry for pushing you. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry, Alejandro.
No, it's okay. Everything's okay. None of this is your fault. It's just the way nature works.
Alejandro sits down next to her and rubs her back.
I won't even get to go to that stupid fucking party.
You'll live. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry too.
I won't tell Mom and Dad about the cocaine anymore. It'll be our secret, I promise.
Nah, tell them. It'll take some of the stress off of your back. I may be a dick to you sometimes, but I know how hard it is to be you, so consider this a little gift from your big brother the one time you're allowed to snitch on me.
Well, it's no fun if I'm allowed to do it.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't you in that coma, you know.
You know you're gonna change your mind about that as soon as I'm back to bothering you.
Mercedes leans on his shoulder and hugs Alejandro. The lights fade. End of play.